Excellent result, 11th attempt. It's nice to get a bogey off your back, and we've never had a point after all of Boston in 10 games. Now we've actually won here, and I thought in the end deserved a victory.
Yeah, looking at the 90 minutes, Walsh, it was probably a game of the team one who took the chances. I know that sounds a daft statement, but they could easily have gone ahead with a couple of good chances that they had. And we rode out, look a little bit, as you said in your commentary there, that our goalkeeper made two great saves to keep it at 1-1, and then when you've got 2 strikers or 3 strikers or people in your team that can score goals like we have, then you've just got to keep creating chances for them and keep believing in them. And today obviously Gareth scored his penalty, lovely finish to make it 3, and Johnny's nicked in the near stick. So very pleasing, from the shenanigans that went on last night and the debacle that got us down there at 3 o'clock in the morning to come out and perform like that, and the fans at home as well should be mightily proud of them.
I've got this mental picture of you, Darren, standing in the foyer at the hotel in
Nearly in tears.
Nearly in tears at 2:30 this morning. It was really a horrendous trip down, and for the lads to bounce back like today, it was terrific.
Yeah, sometimes from a manager's point of view, when things like that happen, I remember going back to last year when we arrived at Stalybridge at 2:45. Mentally, I think it switches them on a little bit faster, and so that's what we drilled into them before, was that last night wasn't an excuse, and they'd have to stay focused, because there would be a little bit of tiredness in the minds and so forth as the game went on. But as you saw towards the end of the game, they got stronger and they got more confident, and we probably looked like we might take a few more goals from it. So really, really delighted from them.
As a player and a manager, is there such a thing as a bogey team? 10 straight league defeats against Boston. What do you think?
Yeah, possibly. In football, you're looking up and down results in all leagues, and there's always a team that you struggle against for some unknown reason. And
well, Hinkley was one of ours.
Yeah, for ages and ages. And then the more people like you that talk about it gets even worse, Walsh, doesn't it? And that's even more of a pressure on us. But no, it's just at this stage, after playing 3 strong teams in our league, and I felt unfortunate in 2 of them. The 2-0 at home to Guiseley. I hope the fans that were there believe in what I say here, and I felt that was unjust for the lads, that one. And then today, to bounce back and get 3 points, the performances have been good. We let in some sloppy goals at Halifax, but generally, considering what we've had to do, the lads have had to do, is pull together, and there's been some loans come in, and we've patched and tried to talk to them with boards and so forth, and point a few things to them. They've been outstanding for me. As I say, that's all you want from your players. If they're going to work hard, plus you've got ability in your dressing room, you've got every chance.
Your 3 of your loan players were on duty this afternoon. James Bolton, probably the pick.
Outstanding, I thought today. Yeah, alongside Kyle. He's reading the game for such a young lad, and he knows when to defend and when to put your foot on it and move it. And alongside Niall Calverthwaite, the pair of them were solid as rocks at the back.
We were expecting a lot from Andre Rodriguez da Costa. Probably the fans maybe expecting a little bit too much. He's just still a young man, but his tricks got us the penalty. But he didn't do a lot today. But you're not concerned about that, obviously.
No, not really. He's still learning, as you say, and learning at this level is really difficult. So to be thrust into the 2 games he's been put into, Guiseley, and then obviously a tough game away at Boston. It's tough for the lad. He's got stacks of ability. He's just got to learn when to pressure people, when to drop into areas and try and pick second balls up. But as you say, that's why he's with us, because he's learning the game. If he wasn't learning it, he'd still be at a higher level. So we look at it. We've got him, and if we can get the best out of him for a month or 2, if we can extend it, then great for us, and hopefully we can pick some points up on the back of his ability.
And Will Vokes, the other one as well. Perhaps his final ball was a bit poor today on several occasions, but his work rate was phenomenal.
Yeah, he's an honest lad, and he's technically very good. He just was a little bit rushed at times, and again, that's an 18-year-old who's coming into a first team situation rather than reserve team football, and at times if you haven't got that bit of composure in your play because of tiredness or there's no communication from your teammates, then you tend to rush it a little bit as a boy. But generally his game is outstanding, and his work rate, as you say, is fantastic for the team. He then had to do a shift on the right hand side of midfield. It's not essentially his position really, is more of a central midfielder, but credit to him, he did fantastic. I feel a little bit sorry for Josh Todd, because he's come into the squad as well on loan, and we thought we were going to lose Philip, we thought we were going to lose David Hewson, and he was expecting to play a bit more football. So them 2 boys have, Dabber hasn't quite been as serious as we thought, and Philip's managed to sort some work shifts out, so he hasn't maybe featured as much as he wanted to, but again, he was training with us on Thursday night, which is testament to him. So the four that have come in have got fantastic attitudes, and at the moment are helping us pick these wins up.
Yeah, they all look lads with a future in the game, don't they? Certainly. And so, what is the situation? Do we talk again after a month about keeping them, or what's the sort of situation?
Yeah, you know, their clubs want them to play, so obviously, you know, we'll have to work closely with Carlisle with regards to Josh, because obviously he wanted more minutes to improve his fitness. He had an ankle injury in the summer, so he'll be disappointed. Maybe Carlisle will be as well, so we'll have to talk to them about that. The other 2-3 that are playing, the clubs will be a little bit happier that maybe we might be able to force another month from them. So I'll speak in the next week before the deadline. We don't want to get to the end of the month and have to panic about it. Let's find out, and then if we need to bring others in, if they're going to go back, then we've got that in mind. So in the next week or so, I'll make some more calls and try, if we can, extend all of them.
Great result today, Darren. It's important now with 2 home games that we build on that with some results against Vauxhall and Corbett.
Yeah, they're just stretching there, and I just said to them before I came to do this that this result today is only a good one. If we get some points in the next 2 home games, then, you know, if you can get into double figures as quick as you can, the league looks a lot different than it did, you know, last week. So yeah, we've got to go to Vauxhall and take nothing for granted against them. They'll be plucky and they run around, and they've got a little bit of talent in there, so it'll be tough again, but you know, this is going to give them huge confidence.
Well done, Darren. Thanks very much, and get ready for the long trip home, but shorter because of the result.